the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of November. Anstey Park, the FANUC Open House. Paul, it's going to be some event, but what can we see behind us?
Well, this is the showroom area. There's going to be lots of robots in action, cobots in action. There's automation cells. There's so much going on here. If you didn't make it to last year's event, this one's going to be even better. Now, there was around about 700 or 800 people here last year, and I'm sure there's going to be that and probably more this time around. Lots of different sectors, people are interested in machining, clearly automation. Here we're looking at a lot of welding cells, so yeah, quite a wide area. There's a complete collective. If you're interested in improving your productivity, and shortly we're going to walk through the workshop as well, where you can see some of the machine tools that are going to be in action next week. But manufacturing here in the UK, we are still behind on automation. People are adopting it more, we are getting better. We're certainly enthusiastic about it, but investing in it is something we're still not doing quite as well as our European partners or even people around the world. So come here to see exactly what you can achieve with it. Okay, so now we are here in the workshop. Paul, a RoboShop, what do you know about this? RoboShop, injection moulding, 150-ton machine. All electric, very economical and efficient, will be in action here with automation. I mean, you'd think injection moulding machines they're automation in themselves, but automating automation, if there is such a thing. And here is, of course, an illustration of the types of parts that you would make on an injection moulding machine. Interesting vision system. Well, this is what FANUC is about when you're looking at the robotics. It's about taking it to the next level. It's about taking parts from one bin into another bin, but being able to do that thanks to a vision system and a magnet on that one. And watch the pallet truck. And when we look at automation, Shunk are always involved, aren't they? Robot grippers, zero-point systems, other things like this as well. Yeah, all great for keeping your machine running unmanned, which is fundamentally really what a lot of this show is going to be about. Yep, as good as FANUC robots are, you still need something to pick the part up, of course. Can't even pull that out. And you wouldn't have a FANUC open house without a Mazak, of course. No, of course. So obviously this is the Easy Loader 10 from Mazak. As you can clearly see, it's a cobot from the guys here at FANUC. Why are you going to want one of these, Joe? Why are we going to go for a cobot? Well, typically it's when you're looking to get a part in and out of the machine without an operator being present. Clearly there's bar feeders as well, but if we look at this component, it's going to be too large a bar to feed essentially. So this is where this comes in. We don't need guarding and things like that, being a cobot, collaborative robot. And so you can move these. You can move these from machine to machine. Am I correct in saying that, guys? You could have this on this machine, but you could then move it around your shop to somewhere else. Yeah, totally flexible. Come here next week, November the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, to see all of what you've seen in this video in action. Here's a robot which, once it's all put together, is actually going to be showing sealing aircraft? Sealing of aircraft components. We shouldn't go into too much detail. This is an exciting project and you should come to the open house to see this. Now, we have been talking about this for a while as well. What you'll see here is a World Cup here. Now, if you come to the show and register for the show, and come here either on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, you could go home with one of those if you can guess the cycle time. Do you think we'll be picking one of those up properly, Joe, in December? It's coming home, isn't it? So I'm told. But yeah, that's a great demo. This one here, to me, on the other robo drill, it's probably the highlight of the show to me. It doesn't quite look like a World Cup, of course, but when I look at this, it's incredible. What are we doing? We're drilling, I think it's 25 millimetres deep, and it's 0.3 or 0.0. We've got a drawing here, let's have a look. It's 0.5 millimetre hole using ITC tooling along with their partners. Let's get the camera in just if we can see this here, Harry. And we see in there, being held by a secure vice there, the microlock system. But you need a microscope to see the holes. Yeah, you can't see the holes. It's impossible. You can't actually see the drill. It just looks like a piece of carbide. Yeah. But there is, trust me, there is a drill on there. What's the risks and the challenges with machining holes that small? Well, there's a big issue with the ratio, and I believe on there it's 25 times diameter, which is astonishing when you're looking at that. But basically, if the tool's running slightly off centre, it's just going to go. You actually break these drills, taking them out of the box because they're so small a diameter. So, and obviously, when you look at a tool of that diameter, we need as many RPM as you can get. And obviously, I think that one's 24,000 in the robo drill. So that certainly helps. But yeah, getting tool holders running true, running concentric. And a highly reliable machine tool spindle. Okay, come here and see that next week in action. Also here, going together at the moment, this Doosan Puma GT 2100M is a turning centre. But what you've of course got with it, what you can see here is an automation cell, and this machine will be being fed. This is like the tray system here, so you can obviously have, you can stack up your components and keep the machine running unmanned, all going together in anticipation or ready for next week. Flex lays here, and this is a solution. You can do everything on here: welding, laser cutting, marking, etching. This was here last year and was very popular, and I'm sure will be again, of course, a FANUC.
Clues in the name, I guess, flexible laser.
Absolutely, flexibility. And then we have the RoboPod, and again, this is, it's like a screwdriver, isn't it?
Essentially an automated screwdriver. RoboPod, these were here last year, and I know it was one of the highlights of the event for so many people. Again, obviously featuring the popular FANUC robot, but yeah, again, quite a mundane task, isn't it, using the screwdriver? That's what robots come into their own.
I don't even like using a screwdriver for one screw, let alone multiple ones. FANUC Open House, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of November. It's next week. Register by using the links that we'll provide below on whatever social media platform you're watching this. You should come here. There'll be hundreds of people here. There'll be seminars like we've mentioned. There'll be topics all about manufacturing and automation, improving your productivity. Very, very educational show. Get yourself here to FANUC in Coventry next week.